Hello, my name is Anastasia Voots and I'm an art therapist. As an art therapist, I have been working in various settings with children and families as a whole. I have noticed that some parents are quite restricting with their children's art making, hindering imagination in fear of interfering with the existing educational system, which is really goal oriented. They don't allow free expression, free creation, and they are bound by concepts and forms. From research, I found this can be reflected in museums as well, and it is referred to as an adult child binary. Children indeed are active explorers using all of their senses, whereas adults over intellectualize and are interested in facts and history behind the art. I'm not sure if this is about nature or nurture. What I know is that some adults have forgotten what embodied exploratory art making is, and they have forgotten how to play. I would approach the workshops referring back to my art therapeutic training and attachment theory, using activities that will include joint attention, mirroring, and reflection in order to create a dialogue between the child and the parent via the collection. As you can see, I have selected Matisse's snail. I'm aware that there were many activities done last year on Matisse, but I realized that this could be my way of demonstrating what my contribution and approach could have been if I were part of the team. I immediately went to the museum to see its location, neighboring artworks, and space. It is ideal for what I was thinking. Reflecting on the room as a whole, I realized that the curator created a narrative by placing them together, and I wanted to honor that and propose an activity including everything in the room. When I received the invitation to the interview, I was volunteering at the British Association of Art Therapy, and I had just come out from a workshop called Truncadis. My mind immediately linked the two together, and I knew it was what I wanted to show you here today. Trencat is the Catalan word for broken, fragile, vulnerable, and it can be used also for a person's condition. It was also a technique that Gaudí and many artists used in making mosaics. Taking broken pieces and reassembling them again, giving them purpose and new life. I found that this interlinked with Matisse's poor health condition at the time of making the cutouts, and that it could be a good leeway to talk about his story. During the workshop, quite dramatically, the facilitator drops the shapes of plastic cuts and invites participants to play freely and create whatever they want. If I introduced to families, I would give them a specific time frame and then ask them to stop. Then I would ask them to navigate around the mosaic they produced together and discuss which forms emerged. Then they would take a photo of it and using the tablets provided by Tate, like I tried out myself, draw what they discovered. I was influenced by the artwork Two Women Holding Flowers on the collection, which in my mind I thought was so strongly interrelated with Matisse's cutouts. This activity is almost a reinterpretation of the squiggle game introduced by the pediatrician child psychiatrist Winnicott in a more modern, digital-friendly way. For the families with special needs, I have brought these magnetic tiles that can be used on a table surface with minimum mobility. Also, by visiting the Stedelijk Museum in Amsterdam and following the Beam Beam based project, I thought we could do the same thing with projectors, lights, and shapes. For families with sight difficulties, after my visit to the Tactile Museum in Athens, I thought I could make a 3D design of Matisse's snail and include them also in the conversation by printing it. As a whole, this activity allows free exploration, free play, restructuring, accommodation. The participants take various roles, like the creatives, the organizers, the linkers, bridge makers, the isolate, which creates a dialogue between the members and a healthy negotiation of boundaries and authority. In a nutshell, I want my approach to be art therapeutic, family oriented, and inclusive, and it will be such a pleasure to work with you on this. Thank you very much.